Okay, we're now live on YouTube. For the record, today is October 5th. This is the 8:30 a.m. preliminary hearing calendar. My name is Brad Gardner. I'm going to be the judge presiding over the hearings today. I'm about to call a calendar. When you hear your case call, please make the appropriate announcement. Position 1, Jaquez Alexander.
State's ready.
And I expect that's going to be a hearing, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Position number 6, State of Georgia versus Sandra Jean Bender.
State's ready.
Good morning, Judge. I represent Ms. Bender. If I can have a moment to speak with Ms. Bender at the jail, that may be a waiver. It may be a hearing, Judge.
Okay. Position 8, State of Georgia versus Nicholas Collingwood.
State's ready.
Hey, he was OTB at last check, but if not, I can speak with him.
Okay.
He's bonded out.
He's bonded out. Yes, he has. Just
Okay.
look, thank you.
Position 10, State of Georgia versus Devin Cooper.
State's ready.
Doug Weinstein here for Jay Apt on Mr. Cooper, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that going to be a hearing?
Yes.
Thank you. Position 13, State of Georgia versus Scott Crawford.
Good morning, Judge. Chris Tolles on behalf of Mr. Crawford. I would need a breakout room with the jail. I don't expect it to be a hearing, but I need to confirm that with Mr. Crawford, just to need a breakout room.
Yes, sir.
And the state's ready.
Okay. Position 16, State of Georgia versus Carnell Davis.
State's ready. And Judge, that's with Attorney Stanley Schoolcraft. He forwarded me an email. I'm trying to pull it up now regarding his conflicts. I'm going to forward that to Your Honor.
Okay. Is that the same conflict letter from Monday, or is it different?
It's a different one. He sent it to me yesterday afternoon.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Position 21, State of Georgia versus Carlos Dimmons.
State's ready.
Maybe I'll work out a waiver on that one. We'll see.
Okay. Do you need to speak to your client, or you need to speak?
Yeah, I'll speak with him first, and then I may need to speak with Ms. Freeman after that.
Okay. Position 23, State of Georgia versus Josquez Durant.
State's ready.
That was going to be a hearing at last check, but I'll double check with him this morning.
Okay. Position 28, State of Georgia versus DeAndre Hamler.
The state's ready.
I'm sorry, that's my case, Judge. Good morning. That'll be a hearing.
Good morning. Position 31, State of Georgia versus Jada Harden. It says
Oh,
Glimmer and Hope.
Yes, that was a misdemeanor that I had sent an email that it needed to be placed on a misdemeanor calendar.
Okay. Position 32, State of Georgia versus Jarrell Hayden.
That was a bond previously done.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm on that case. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Said it was a bond that was previously done. So if you don't have any other cases here today, you can be excused.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank
You
you.
Position 33, State of Georgia versus Lorenzo Huff.
State's ready.
It's probably gonna be a waiver of some sort.
Okay. I'm gonna mark it pretrial with client. Position 37, State of Georgia versus Travis Jackson.
That was a drug court waiver previously done.
Thank you. Position 40, State of Georgia versus Antoine James.
State's ready.
Thank you, Ms. Freeman. At last check, there was a hearing, Your Honor, but I will confirm with my client.
Okay. Position 45, State of Georgia versus Charlie Kendall.
That was a waiver only previously done.
Okay. Position 46, State of Georgia versus Marquavius Meadows.
That was the bond waiver previously done.
Okay. Position 48, State of Georgia versus Danielle Moose.
State's ready.
That'll be a hearing, Your Honor. There's also a witness that I subpoenaed that's an inmate as well, and she'll need to be there as
Okay.
Crystal Moyer.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Attorney Jackson, I thought when you sent me the email, I thought you were saying that she was a jail employee, so she's an inmate?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess a question I have, if she's another inmate, have you already spoken with her attorney?
I am her attorney.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry, Chair. Yes, I represent her on another case, and she happened to be in the lead during that issue.
Okay.
Okay. And when we get to that case, Mr. Jackson, before we call that witness, I'm just going to ask you to proffer what you believe her testimony would be.
You'd like me to do that now, Your Honor?
If you can do it shortly.
Well, Judge, I would ask that we finish the call of the calendar, and then before we get ready to do this one, and then Attorney Jackson can make the proffer.
Okay. Position 50, State of Georgia versus Felicia Newt.
State's ready.
That was a bond waiver previously done.
Thank you.
Position 52, State of Georgia versus James Owens.
State's ready.
And that may be a hearing. I'll speak with the state, see if we can get something worked out, but other than that, it's probably gonna be a hearing.
Okay. Position 61, State of Georgia versus Rashid Quayam.
State's ready.
That's Cayenne, and
Quayam.
yes, sir. And I probably need to speak with Ms. Freeman about that one for a little while.
Okay. Position 62, State of Georgia versus Gary Sanders.
State's ready.
It's showing the public defender's office.
Attorney present.
My apologies. That'll be a hearing.
Okay, thank you. Position 68, State of Georgia versus Nathan Terry.
State's ready.
Good morning, Judge. Attorney Render on behalf of Mr. Terry. That'll be a ready announcement for hearing, but I would like to speak with my client beforehand. I also have another court date in Douglas County. I would ask that the court hear any other hearings they need before mine, and so that I can finish the Douglas County hearing, Judge.
And Judge, and I may have a new announcement on that regarding the officer. I think this is the same officer we had on Monday who was actually out on leave, but I'm just going to double check with that.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge, and thank you, Ms. Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Mr. Render. Okay, position 87, State of Georgia versus Jordanelle Williams.
One second, Judge. The state's ready.
That'll be a hearing.
Okay. Position 90, State of Georgia versus Lorenzo Winford.
State's ready.
Judge, good morning. Greg McKeith, and I'm here on that matter. We
Good
are
morning.
ready. Also, Judge, I need to inform the court, I have another quick matter in Superior Court I need to attend. And I can log back in if that's okay with the court.
Yes, what judge are you going before?
I have to go before Superior Court Judge Hamill.
I'm sorry.
Superior Court Judge Hamill. So
Okay.
I can probably be back in about 30 minutes. Is that acceptable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll come back on, Judge.
Okay, position 92, State of Georgia versus Angel Ruby. Or is it Raul Ruby Angel?
It's Angel Ruby. He wasn't at the jail at last check when I tried to see him.
Right, Judge. I think he's still out with at the diagnostic place. I think that was one we discussed before, that I think magistrate court will have to do a production order to get him back.
Any flashing wanted?
I think that's what the judge was telling me too. Was like they didn't seem to know.
I'm sorry that
Let me, I think he's loaned out somewhere. Let me see if I can pull it up. Well, just he is flashing wanted, but I think it was one that, because it says ORS on here, and so I think he's for some reason I thought he was with the Department of Corrections, but I mean he's not in our jail, but because it was continued before because it was the same thing.
I'll make a notation to try to find him. I'll ask Chief Hardnett or Miss Adamson if they could look him up and their assistant to see where he exactly is located.
But yeah, on behalf of Mr. Ruby, I'm sure he'll be fine if you didn't go through all that trouble to look for him. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try just so that we don't have this just twisting out here. Okay, so that completes the call of my calendar. Is anyone here who expected to hear a case
Can you
called?
do me a favor? Can you possibly?
Can I do what?
I don't know if that was meant for Your Honor. I think whomever was speaking to somebody else and had forgotten to mute themselves.
Oh, okay. I think it was Mr. Jackson that was speaking.
Okay.
If there's anyone that expected to hear a case called and it wasn't called, would you please let me know? And if not, then we can start moving around. I'm thinking, Ms. Freeman, that we deal with the juvenile case first, so we can get them off if your officer is ready on that case.
Let me see if, because I know we were going to try to do the Antoine James hearing first because that case has been continued several times.
Okay.
And we do have Officer Rupert who is already on.
Okay.
Let me see if the officer on Devin Cooper, that's Detective Rojas. If we can work to get Rojas on to do after James, if possible.
Rojas is on. I see him.
Is Rojas on? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Rojas is on. And so, Judge, just however you want to proceed. Like I said, I know that Antoine James has been on. It's been continued several times.
I did get the email about that case, or an email about that case. So
with that one, Judge, if obviously the juvenile, for me, I don't have a problem with that one going first. I do need to speak to Mr. James and just confirm, let him know his officer is here and ask him. And I did send Miss Freeman a text. So if you could look at that, update that for me. And if I could speak to Mr. James while you are conducting the juvenile hearing, since it's in a different breakout room.
Right, I'll do it. If you can give me a moment, I'm going to make sure ADA and Mr. Williams has the packet for Devin Cooper, because certainly if you all are doing that one, then I can work on the other cases. So if you can give me a couple of minutes.
okay. And what I'll do,